Hello Libra and welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 30th of September through to the 6th of October. Happy birthday to all of you having your birthday in this week. And what a better way to celebrate this week by the elements that are coming through. So there's a new format that we're doing here on the Astroflower. A special birthday wish to my daughter as well. Eva, happy birthday to you, Mabel. Yes, sorry about that. So, the elements that are coming through, there's a new format here. So if you're looking for the tarot readings and the messages from the tarot readings, it will be time-stamped in the description below. But first of all, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at what's happening with the energies of how it's affecting the earth and how it's affecting your Astroflower more than anything else. And what energies we need to be looking out for and where they apply within your life, whether it be on your karmic path, your connection to the universe or the past self or future self, or the outcome or the general energy as well that is within you. Okay, so without further ado, as I say, if you want the tarot readings, it's time-stamped in the description below. But without further ado, let's just have a look. Let's open this up here. Let me just grab my pipe, as it were. Here you see these bright spots. Now that's fire energy. That's all to do with solar flares and sunspots. And then also you see these other energies here that you saw just a slight eruption there. We'll go back into that in a moment. These are to do with these dark patches or coronal holes. That's all to do with earth energies. And then you have the other thing, which is the main component at the moment with the sun, is these wispy sort of rivers of plasma that go across the sun here. We saw that one eruption that just went off there. And that is what we call filament energies. And that's all to do with water more than anything else. But that's the main element that's driving from the sun. Or is it? Because there's certain things that we should really be looking into regarding of how the sun works. If you want to know a lot more about the energies and so forth, please do go and see the energy updates that we do on this channel. It will give you a good heads up. Yeah, they usually come out on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. If you want to know, then therefore you've got to be subscribed and click that bell so you get all notifications. But let's just see what's been going on the sun in the way of its general eruptions. And this is where we can really start seeing where the air energy comes into place, because Tanya asked me the other day about how do I know that it's air energy. But so if we look at the X-ray flux, now these are the eruptions of the sun that happen all the time, and it's been gradually picking up without doing major flaring. So the background noise has become a lot more intense, and with that background noise, it creates a lot more sort of static electricity, as it were. And static electricity we find in the air. We all know that scenario when you rub a balloon on your hair and it makes your hair stand up. So this affects that sort of logical aspect of life. Now, you are a sign with huge amounts of logic. You've probably got the fastest mind in all the signs. So this could be affecting your mind. And there is a problem with this, which we will go into in a second, with the speed of which your mind can work at, or your logic can work at. Underneath here, we see what is called the KP index. Now, that's like the aura of the Earth, and it will affect, in a way, a little bit like the aura of our physical planet. And the aura is, in a way, sort of like the air. So that's why we've seen a major hurricane that happened in Florida, but we've also got some very gnarly storms, even possible hurricanes, that are heading into northern Europe, into the UK and northern France. There's two that we really need to keep an eye on over the next few days and see if they really build up. It could cause quite a lot of disturbance for that part of the world. But this is creating that static electricity that is within us. Now, because of this uptick of rhythm within life, you've got to be very careful that your mind doesn't go quicker than the actual reality that is around you. And if this is happening, it can create a lot of frustrations in your life. It can also where you preempt things that don't necessarily turn up exactly how you thought it was going to go. And you may start doubting a lot within you. And within Libra, that is a particularly one of your your very negative sort of aspects of you. Sometimes, a lot of doubt can be installed in Libra. But when it's flowing for you, it's really flowing for you. And you should really start taking that into account and being a little bit more sort of almost very conscious about your application of your energies in the outside world. You should ask yourself twice before you start really going for it, as it were. But if you feel it's right, then definitely go for it. But generally, I would allow things to happen around you, and then you can then fire off the coincidences that are happening around you and allow your logic to really flow through. As you can see, this is your Astroflower. You are a pure air sign. There is 4 pure signs. There's Virgo, there's Libra, there's Pisces, and there's Aries as well. And you've got that pure air sign in you. And the thing normally, say like with Gemini has no air in their middle, but you do. And what we're looking for is air-water combinations. And to be honest, you have one that's down in this section here, where you have that water that comes in from Capricorn. It combines with your cardinal air as well. So within your relationship side of life, you should be really conscious about, following the lead of what is going on around you and going with the flow more than anything else. I think it will make you a lot happier than trying for you to sort of like work out everything before you do anything, because you may miss the boat. And you don't want to do that, Libra. You really don't. Not at the moment. On this side here, you get the air with earth, which is main component that runs all the way through you. And this is where the logic comes from, where the mental applies to the physical side of life, and then things become very logical for you. One thing I will say as well is this here is where on your karmic path, you've got that air, that fixed air that comes from Scorpio. It comes up through your karmic path and then gets transferred into that fixed water from Scorpio above you. So basically it's sticking true to what you want to do in your material side of life and how you would apply it logically within the world that is around you. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get on into the Astroflower and see what's going on with the messages and the tarot reading. So let me just put my pipe down. There we go. We've got your overall energies here. Let's just see what's going on for you here. This is playing into your future, but it's a future according to, I wouldn't say necessarily the past, but more sort of into your karmic path and the way it connects into the world that is around you. And this is where I think it's very good for you, because you've got that mutable air that comes up through you and that mutable earth here, which is very good for you in the way of converting ideas into physical, logical results. And this is where you need to combine it with the outside world. Within your financial side, yeah, it's playing mainly into the future here. And I think this is what I was talking about here, where you got that air energy that converts into water. This is converting logical progressions on your career path, on your business and your job. So it's emotionally fulfilling to you as you advance in life. Oh, look, there's a card that just wants to come out. Look at that. Death and rebirth, out with the old and in with the new. I think this is a great opportunity for you here to approach life in a different way. And this is all about going with the flow, allowing life to do a bit of work for you, and you being a support thing. So you're being the driving motor behind it, but life itself is opening the doors for you. And I think this is works on both sides, on your relationship side, but also on your financial side. And this is a new offer that's coming in on your financial side, which by the looks of it, it's you that is creating it. So getting out there, doing a lot of networking, following up on leads and stuff like that is going to create an opportunity for you on your financial side. On your relationship side, on your karmic path, this plays into the universal energies. This is what I mean about sort of following the flow. This is where your karmic path is supposed to be following the flow, I think, more than anything else. And also the universal energies is playing out. It's not playing out particularly hard. So it's not sort of all about quality. It's more about quantity. You've got a lot. It seems like you've got a lot of options going on for you. And it's logically seeing what is the best path for you. That's what it seems to be, where the universe is providing a lot of opportunities for you, and you've got to see what you want. In your past, it's solid, it's straight. You seem to know yourself. There seems to be a decision here about how you approach love and life, and maybe it's a case now of actually applying that in your world. According to what you've decided from within you, which you should have been doing in the last 3 months leading up to your birthday. In your future self, as I said, plays into here. There's a lot of comfort, there's a lot of warmth, there's a lot of confidence, there's a lot of I'd say trust in a way, in trusting in yourself, trusting in an emotion. That's what it seems to be. In the future here, you seem to be, by allowing the flow to happen, it allows you to trust people more, because you think that they're going to be like this, and they are. And it's like it's no other way around it. Or it dispels the illusions about something, so it brings that security and that sensation of feeling at one with life. And life should be, and the lesson out of this is, so life should be fun, so do enjoy. And it's all about enjoyment, I think, on your relationship side, and follow the happy times. Basically, whatever brings to you, standing in your power, most definitely standing in your power on your karmic path here with the King of Wands, following a mission passionately, following a pathway passionately. Getting rid of all your doubts and being very courageous about it. I think this is when it feels good for you and it feels right for you, you're going to be able to do it. In the universal energies, you get the Tower. This is where you get the earth and you get water and air. This is the most important petal going for you at the moment. And I think this is like a realization of a world or someone that is around you that allows you to go, something's dead and dusted, but it's, death of something and the start of something completely new. And it could be a case of, it could be a self-realization within you. It could be a realization within people or someone that is around you, which dispels a belief system. And this is what I was talking about, and realizing and reinitiating your trust and your confidence in your emotions, or the confidence or the emotions in someone else that is around you, that is really important. Yeah, as I said, I think you've done the past here. It's got the Lovers. I think you've really got this sort of, you've got it clear within your mind about love. You've got this clear within your mind about being in love or enjoying life or being in alignment with another person. And I think this is where you may even shock yourself, where you get something completely wrong or you get something completely right. Whichever way it is, it's only going to contribute to you understanding a lot more about how you can get the best out of life and enjoy. And in your future self, you get the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is working really well with another person. This is where you got confidence in another person. The proof is in the pudding, as it were. You've proved your work, out with the old and in with the new, in the death and rebirth card there. And this is the rebirth of your confidence in love, or your confidence in enjoying life. And look at that out the top. As I said, life should be fun, so please do enjoy sort of scenario. That's the message that comes out of your life. In your relationship side, you get the Star card, reaching for the stars, reaching for the ultimate goal here. And it does bode incredibly well. But I think this is what is going to shock you in a way. I think it's going to put into question that what we necessarily think doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct. Once you've got to start putting everything into context, that's when you get a much clearer vision. And that's where you sort of seem to be working on that at the moment. And I think it's going to become very clear for you in this week about that. And it's going to reinstall your confidence in someone. You know, I've been in the past, I've been in in relationships and so forth. You know, it was a question of confidence and trust with someone. And I had to explain to this person that, you know, it doesn't matter about the outside world. You only have to be confident in the person that you're involved with. If you have to be confident within the entire world around you, it's going to be really difficult. And just be confident in the people that really matter to you is the most important thing. And that's what's going to bring you the results, I think. And that's what's going to be the change of belief system that is you are creating this week here. On your financial side, on your karmic path, there's a lot of passions. I think you're really infused about what you're doing. It is connected to the past, so what you've actually been doing, but it's all about the here and now. In the universal vibrations is pushing into this as well. This is about you sort of enjoying, you're converting your ideas into an emotional, satisfying job and etc. And I think the universe is encouraging that within you to step into a new way of doing things on both sides of your life, by the looks of things. On your past self pulls into your karmic path here. So it'll be interesting to see what these two petals talk about, because that's where you get that fixed air coming up and converting it into water. And it'd be interesting to sort of see what the cards that come out there. On your future self seems to be linked to the choices or the attitude or the way in which you approach life. And what is the lessons that are coming in here for this week here? It's a sort of case of sort of knowing how good you are at what you do, building that confidence of how good you are, and applying it and going after it in the world. You know, it's like nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's the sort of message that comes out from this sort of week here in your financial sort of side. Let's just see what's going on. On your karmic path, converting ideas into realities. That's what the Page of Wands. You're learning a lot this week about that, of how you do that, how you put your plan of action for your career path, your business, or your projects into action. And yes, the universe is really helping you. Look at that with the King of Pentacles. It's playing into this. You've got to understand that you've got a lot of knowledge. You've got a lot of understanding. You know what in the field of work that you're going after. You should be going after something that you know about, that you sits right for you, that makes you feel confident as you go into that interview, or you take your business and go and get new clients and so forth. There's a lot of knowledge. You've learned a lot in life, and that knowledge is going to be applied in everything. Let's see what was going on with the past as well. Look at that. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords, sorry. 9 of Swords goes with this. This is what you're learning to convert. Ideas into emotional security. And I think here is like, in the past, you might have, when we start something for the first time, we don't know anything. So we're going to get loads wrong. And that might have knocked your confidence in the past. And it may have caused a little bit of anxiety and stuff like that in the past, because I think basically you were trying to take on too many things. And I think here is where you've got to be a little bit more sort of streamlined. And I think this is where the universe is really helping you in your future. You've got to be a little bit more streamlined. So basically, let's say you're opening, you've got a bookshop, and you are really passionate about science fiction. So you fill the house, fill the bookshop with science fiction. No, you wanted to start a bookshop. Sorry, I got that a bit wrong. Got that wrong way around. You wanted to start a bookshop, and so you got all the different types of books in. But actually, you're really passionate about science fiction. So then, therefore, if you start specializing in science fiction because you know about it, then you become a lot more successful. And I think this is what it's all about, is trying to satisfy the greater need by being very precise in which you put your energies. And you get the Queen of Wands. This is in your future self here. This is about being passionate about what you're engaged in, and creating magic in life as well. And this is where the emotional side starts coming into it. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, has got a lot of passion within her, but she is also passionate about a multitude of different things. But it is the thing of concentrating on one thing rather than trying to concentrate on a lot of different things. You can be passionate about a lot of things, Libra, but if you really want success in life, you've got to start homing that passion into something that makes you feel good about it all. Ten of Pentacles, realizing your worth. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I think was the message that was behind it. You have everything. Once you start applying yourself and your passions, you're going to realize you have everything at your fingertips. A really, really powerful position you can take, and according to the energies that are around you, very, very powerful position you can take. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Now, this is like, if you like, this is the energy that's been coming from within you, how you confront life, and this is how life is confronting you. Excuse me. This is saying to you here, this is your inner energies. And you get the Eight of Swords here. I think this is all to do with that Tower moment. I think this is where it's sort of like, if you stick in what you've done, I think you're going to be disappointed. I think you need to encourage that growth within you. Except, if you know your shortcomings, you can combine them with someone else who has the strength of all your shortcomings, and you have the strength for all of their shortcomings, and then all of a sudden that makes for a really, really powerful couple. A really, really powerful relationship, because ultimately you're going to be strong on all counts because you're doing it all together. And I think that was the Ten of Swords that just fell out, but I think there's something that's dead, done and dusted that you need to get rid of. Yeah, look at that. You got the Death and Rebirth again with the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, about following your pathway in a very passionate way. Very important for you, I think, on the relationship side here. And it is a realization. Out with the old and in with the new, sort of death and rebirth, as it were. And what's this with the Tower moment? The Knight of Pentacles. I think here is basically, you may have decided how the world is. You may have decided how someone is over a long period of time. That this person you may have known for some time, could be a long-standing partner, and you've got to recognize the seeds that have been planted. And I think this is going to help you do a massive overhaul and realization about how you engage in life. And it's changing, like, it's like you spending your entire life thinking the world was flat and then realizing it's actually an oblong spheroid, that it's round, sort of thing, So I think there's a massive, massive realization that's happening outside of you, but it's affecting you on the inside. And look at that. You get the King of Pentacles. You've already got the King of Pentacles twice now. I got to say, with air signs, there's a lot of kings going on. And you get that with the Lovers card. It's obviously, it could be a Taurus that you're connected with, or an earth sign. I think you've got knowledge. I think you'll gain knowledge in the past about, according to what you've been planting in the way of seeds for your future. And there's a big understanding that's happening for you in how you connect with people that are around you. Look at that. This is it. You've just got to realize and trust your heart. I think this is what the realization comes out of it. This is your future, where you're going to believe in your emotions. It's going to be backed up by solid acts of love rather than words of love, and it's going to build and breed a lot of confidence within you. And with the star card, you get the High Priestess. You can see this. This is all to do with, life should be fun, so please do enjoy. This is where I think sometimes your mental capacity is so great that sometimes it can play tricks on you. And you've just got to be a little bit, we always need to be wary of our own intuition. Trust it, but do, verify it. That's possibly what you need to be doing, and that's the lesson maybe you need to be learning out of this week here. On your financial side, you get the Four of Cups. This is what I was talking about. Within you, what needs to happen is streamlining these Three of Cups here and putting it into one cup there. That's what you need to be doing. And that's where you sort of like, as I said, concentrating on, opening that bookshop and then realizing that actually I'm passionate about science fiction, and therefore I'm going to make a specialist bookshop on science fiction. And that's when you're going to get the good results. In your karmic path with the Page of Swords, you're learning about how to create success for yourself. This is what's on your karmic path here, to start implementing it within the world around you. And once you start doing that and putting yourself first and your knowledge first, this is where you can get the best results out of life. Yeah, the universe here with the King of Pentacles, as I said, using your knowledge about the world to see things differently. Using your understanding so you can streamline it and really start pushing it in one direction rather than anything else. And there's a lot of power with that, a lot of assurance that will come in from it. And the universe has got your back on that. With the... Did I say... Excuse me. Did I say that this petal was connected to your karmic path? With the Nine of Swords, you get the Page of Swords. On your karmic path, you get the Page of Swords as well. This is totally about it. This is totally about saying you have the power to stop you causing anxiety within your career path, or sleepless nights, or problems, or repetitive nightmare scenarios, if you start really focalizing on one aspect of your career, one aspect of your business, really sort of getting laser focused on where you should be going. If you do that, like with the Queen of Wands, you get the Four of Swords. This is all of that healing from that, basically. And this is how you convert that air into water, into emotional security there. She is rebuilding her heart, as you can well see. She can rebuild her emotions in regards to the world that is around her. And that's what the Death and Rebirth card is all about. You building your future upon aspects of your material world that really stimulates you. Not necessarily the outside world, but stimulates you. That's where I think you get the great results. And look at that. That is my most favourite card, the Hierophant, with the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, you've got everything that is within you. You know, it's putting yourself first, because that's why you've got the 6 Pentacles in the air and the 4 Pentacles on the floor. And the Hierophant here goes along with the High Priestess. Wow. Look at that. That is an amazing, really. That is what the lessons that you are learning this week. This is amazing for you, Libra. You get the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This is like a spiritual unification, a spiritual divine counterpart. And I think you are your divine counterpart. It's all about what's going on inside you more than anything else. and you have this possibility within life to convert or change slightly the way in which you approach life with your logic that can be incredibly powerful. And that power though comes with great responsibility. And that's where I think there is a certain out with the old and in with the new that's happening within your life, in your financial side, and as much as in your relationship side. And it's helping you to not only trust yourself, but trust the outside world, because you're really focused on what is good for you and what works for you, and how following those passions and those connections in life, going with the flow rather than your mind stopping you from enjoying yourself. Wow, what a reading, Libra. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the new format. If you want to know more about the sun, about the energies and so forth, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell, because then you can get the notifications on the energy updates that we do on a regular basis on this channel. I will see you soon. Thanking you very much for all the support that you give to this channel. Very much appreciated. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.